I genuinely think TCL is becoming a serious problem for the TV industry. And no, not because they're cheap anymore. That's the interesting part. For years, TCL was the brand people recommended when they wanted to save money without buying something terrible. A good enough TV. A budget option. But after spending weeks testing TCL's 2026 lineup, I realized something surprising. These TVs are no longer trying to compete with budget brands. They're trying to compete with everybody. Samsung, Sony, LG, and in some cases, they're getting dangerously close. The weirdest part? Some of these TVs cost dramatically less than their flagship competitors, while still delivering an experience that honestly shocked me. So today, I want to break down the best TCL TVs you can buy in 2026. From affordable mini LED options all the way to TCL's absolute flagship monsters. And trust me, some of these TVs are way better than their price tags suggest. Let's start with the TCL C7K, because this TV genuinely confused me at first. Not because it's bad, but because it feels too good for where it sits in the lineup. The C7K is basically TCL showing off how far their mini LED technology has matured. And honestly, the first thing that surprised me was the contrast. Black levels look much deeper than you'd expect at this price. Blooming is surprisingly controlled, and HDR content has real punch. Watching darker movies on this thing feels cinematic in a way many mid-range TVs still struggle to achieve. Now, is it OLED level perfect? No, but for the money, it gets dangerously close sometimes. Colors are another huge strength. The panel delivers vibrant, rich tones without becoming cartoonish. Skin tones look believable. Textures remain natural. And once motion settings are properly adjusted. Sports and fast-moving scenes look excellent too. That's important because out-of-box motion tuning still feels slightly aggressive. But after tweaking it for a few minutes, the experience improves dramatically. Audio performance is decent overall. Dialogue stays clear. Action scenes have impact. But bass performance still feels somewhat limited. Honestly, most people buying a TV at this level should probably consider a soundbar anyway. Design-wise, TCL kept things simple. Lightweight, minimal, functional. The adjustable stand is also smart because it leaves enough room for a soundbar underneath. And for gamers, this thing is seriously impressive. 144 Hz refresh rate, fast response times, smooth VRR support. Gaming feels responsive immediately. This may honestly be one of the best gaming TVs in its price category right now. Okay, this is where TCL stops acting like a value brand, because the X11L feels genuinely premium. The moment I turned it on, I understood exactly what TCL was trying to do here. This TV is built to impress, and it absolutely does. The X11EL uses TCL's new super quantum dot technology combined with an advanced mini LED system. And yes, some marketing terms are nonsense, but this one actually translates into visible improvements. Color volume here is incredible. Bright HDR scenes explode with intensity. Highlights look dazzling, and dark scenes maintain impressive depth without washing out. The local dimming performance especially stood out to me. Halos are almost non-existent. Bright objects stay controlled even in difficult scenes. And black levels in dark rooms look genuinely stunning at times. This thing starts feeling dangerously close to OLED territory. Brightness is another insane area. The X11L can push brightness levels most TVs simply cannot reach. And the result is dramatic HDR impact. Explosions, sun reflections, lightning, fire. Everything pops with serious intensity. Watching HDR movies on this TV feels cinematic in the best possible way. The only noticeable weakness? Viewing angles. Once you move too far off center, color and contrast shift becomes visible. That's still one area OLED TVs handle better. Physically, the TV also feels premium. The bronze accented frame looks elegant. Bezels are extremely thin. And Google TV runs surprisingly smoothly here. Gemini AI integration also makes the smart experience feel more modern without becoming annoying. Now, obviously, the downside is price. This is one of TCL's most expensive TVs ever. But honestly, for the first time, TCL built something that feels worthy of that price conversation. Now this is probably the TV most people should actually buy. The QM7K feels like TCL's smartest balance between performance and price. It includes most of the features people genuinely care about. Mini LED, quantum dots, 144 Hz refresh rate, excellent HDR, Google TV, and importantly, it performs way above what most people would expect. The local dimming system here is excellent for the category. Blooming is minimal. Contrast looks strong. And HDR content still feels impactful. Now yes, black levels don't completely disappear into darkness like OLED. And in pitch black rooms, you'll still notice slightly elevated blacks. But honestly, most people watching in real-world environments probably won't care. Brightness remains excellent too. And because TCL improved off-angle viewing slightly this year, the TV stays enjoyable even when you're not sitting directly centered. Gaming is another major strength. Input response feels fast. Motion handling feels smooth. And 144 Hz support makes competitive gaming feel fantastic. This TV feels like TCL understanding exactly what modern buyers want. High-end features without flagship pricing. The QM6K is honestly kind of dangerous because it lowers the entry point into mini LED TVs dramatically. At around budget pricing, you're still getting mini LED. Quantum dots, 144 Hz refresh rate, local dimming, Google TV. That's kind of ridiculous. Now, obviously, compromises exist. Brightness is lower than the QM7K. Contrast isn't as impressive. Black levels look lighter, and viewing angles still wash out faster than higher-end models. But the crazy part is, the TV still looks genuinely good. HDR still benefits from real brightness control. Colors still look rich. And blooming remains surprisingly controlled considering the price. This feels like the kind of TV that makes older budget TVs instantly feel outdated. And honestly, for people building a home theater setup on a budget, this thing is incredibly easy to recommend. Now we arrive at the TV that genuinely surprised me the most, the QM8K. Because this is no longer good for the money, this is just good, and honestly, in some situations, it outperforms similarly priced Samsung and Sony TVs. That's the part that shocked me. The QM8K combines mini LED with aggressive local dimming and extremely high brightness. And the result is stunning. HDR performance here feels massive. Bright highlights explode off the screen. Dark scenes remain deep. And blooming control is shockingly good for a mini LED TV. Honestly, there were moments where I almost forgot I wasn't looking at OLED. Not completely, but close enough to become seriously impressive. The zero-border design also changes the viewing experience more than expected, because without visible borders around the image, the picture feels larger and more immersive. Gaming features are fully loaded too. 144 Hz, VRR, low latency, and thanks to the brightness levels. Games with HDR look incredible, especially cinematic single-player titles. Google TV also runs smoothly here. Apps load quickly. Menus feel responsive, and the entire experience feels polished instead of cheap. That's something TCL struggled with years ago, not anymore. After spending time with TCL's 2026 lineup, one thing became very obvious. This company has changed. TCL is no longer just trying to be affordable. They're trying to compete seriously on image quality, gaming performance, and premium features. And honestly, they've earned that conversation now, especially with mini LED technology, because TCL clearly understands how to maximize it better than many expected. In the end, which TCL TV should you buy? Here's the simple breakdown. Buy the QM6K if you want the best possible budget mini LED experience. Buy the QM7K if you want the smartest balance between performance and price. Buy the C7K if you want premium gaming and strong HDR without entering flagship pricing. Buy the X11L if you want one of the brightest, most cinematic TVs TCL has ever made. And buy the QM8K if you want TCL's absolute best overall TV for 2026. So, what's the final verdict on TCL TVs in 2026? Honestly, this feels like a turning point for the brand. Because TCL no longer feels like the cheap alternative. They feel like a real competitor now. And that's a huge difference. Excellent mini LED performance, outstanding gaming features, strong HDR brightness, better software, premium designs, and pricing that still undercuts many competitors. Not every model is perfect, but overall, this might be the strongest TCL lineup I've ever seen. And honestly, that should make Samsung, Sony, and LG at least a little nervous. If you enjoy calm, experience-driven tech reviews like this, consider subscribing. More TVs, more phones, more laptops, and more honest tech coverage are on the way. And let me know in the comments. If you had to choose right now, would you buy a TCL flagship TV over Samsung or LG? Thanks for watching, and goodbye.